All right, guys. Fula coming to you with a few commentaries. Shout outs to Please Act Right. He brought a video to my attention, and this was with a woman who, confessed that she would use guys for money and that she would give them nothing in return, and that she was just looking for her Prince Charming would come along and then she would settle with him. Um, let's take a look. Let's take a look at her TikTok and see, like, let's see what she like what she has on her TikTok. You know what I mean? To see, like, it's a Prince Charming going to come. You know what I mean? Let's look at it and see. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Unfollow her. And as you see, she has her Cash App up and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so number one, she has a fake body. That's numero uno. And now let's see what she said about and she has contact lenses on as well. Let me see.
TikTok muted my video, but I still stand on what the fuck I said. Enough of you guys heard it. If you have nothing else to offer other than money or your body, that is how people are going to treat you. You guys are mad that women treat you guys like a check, but you guys treat us like a piece of meat.
I mean, that's what you present yourself as. And, hopefully guys, will take heed and realize that, hey, the gig is up. Don't spend money on her. Like that's what guys have to realize now, that the gig is up. You know. Let me see.
I am Dominican, very, very Dominican. Dominicana 100%, mi amor.
So she's, I guess, having Dominican origin. So with that being said, she kind of understands that, like, she understands what time it is with a lot of these dudes. And, when you look at the music industry, what seems to be one of the more popular video models are like Dominicans. They say, oh, they're exotic and stuff like that. But with this being said, let's look at what really happens. Let's look at how she's really feeling.
I don't know if anybody's gonna understand what I'm trying to say, but today I woke up feeling so different. Like, I woke up feeling like whoever Yelly was yesterday, that's not who it is today. Like, I woke up feeling like a brand new person. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't even know if I'm like even saying it how I'm supposed to say it. I just woke up feeling like it's not even me. Like, I really woke up feeling like fuck everything and everybody. Like, but not in a bad way. You feel me? Not like on some like, oh fuck the world type shit, but like on some like really like fuck it and like it's me. You know? I don't know if that like makes sense. Like it's just all about me. Like it's, I don't know, there's like a 26-year-old crisis or something, but that's how I woke up today.
So you hear her right? She's 26 years old, and the wall is approaching, and you and I think what she understands what time it is, and I think she also understands now that, like, for the most part, but there's still gonna be like a simp in the bushes that is gonna be prepared to give her anything and everything she asks for. There's still gonna be a simp, and with that being said, she is going to she is going to continue on with what she's doing, because like, she does not care, and she's not going to take responsibility for what she's doing. But there is something that's crazy that I want to, like, break down. This is crazy, bro. And this just goes to show you that, it's not only the women who are, encouraging this behavior, but it's also men who encourage this behavior. And this is crazy what I'm about to show.
But my own father, and mind you, I didn't know at this time until now, like yesterday, but he would send me dick pics on my old Snapchat so I could rate his penis for money. This is the George Lewis account that he had used whenever I was in middle school. So obviously I just found out yesterday that he had been behind two separate accounts that have been clients for a very long time. So he's just been building the sexual attraction towards me for years.
This is sad because, this woman had a OnlyFans account, and and her dad was her biggest her biggest fan. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that occurs, that has occurred, that the dad was the biggest fans of the OnlyFans account. You never want that to happen. You never want that to be a reality, but unfortunately that thing was a reality. Her dad was the biggest fan, and that damages a woman. But at the same time, it's like, it's gotten to a point where women can start a OnlyFans at will, and there's gonna be people who are gonna subscribe to it. No matter, even if they don't show, like, sexually risque things, they'll still subscribe to it. But let's go into this video right here. And this just goes to show the importance of choosing a spouse when you are when you're when you're making that choice.
Get a free professional website worth over $400 when you purchase an all-in-one digital marketing package. Full service
talent. However, it might not be a common consideration that relationships can affect players.
And that's true. Like, when you're dealing with like, when you're having a relationship, that you have to be wary of the woman you're bringing into your life. But let's get into it.
Not only on the court relationships, but also those off the court. Wives and girlfriends can be great support systems for NBA players, but they can also prove to be a distraction. and to ultimately make it difficult for the players to continue to succeed at a high level.
And this is complete facts. I mean, this is what any endeavor that a man goes into, you know, your woman can either be a good support system or she can be your destruction. And I'm not even cap, man. When you look at Dwayne Wade's first wife, that was a good support system, man. But when you look at his current wife, oh man, not a good support system. But let's go.
So, what are some examples of these relationships destroying NBA careers? Welcome back to the channel for all things pro sports. Trust us, you're going to want to hear these. Keep it locked in right here to get all of the details. Steve Nash. Steve Nash is one of the most exciting players in NBA history. The star Canadian point guard.
He was. That nigga was nice. Steve Nash was nice as hell. Like, he was one of the best passers that ever, played the game. Bar none.
The floor for some excellent Phoenix Suns and Dallas Mavericks teams in his career between 1996 and 2014. Now in the Hall of Fame, Nash was able to win 8 All-Star awards, be named to 7 All-NBA teams, and even win 2 consecutive Most Valuable Player awards in 2005 and 2006. In his best statistical season, the 2005-2006 season with the Phoenix Suns, Nash averaged 18.8 points, 10.5 assists, 4.2 rebounds, and 0.8 steals per game. He was truly one of the greatest players in the league. But little did he know that it would all be brought down by an unexpected source. Steve Nash met Alejandra Amaria in 2001 and had twin daughters with her. After the couple had these twin daughters, her and Nash married in June of 2005. Nash continued to star in the NBA.
I don't recommend you having kids before you get married, though. I just don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend doing it at all.
Even after his MVP seasons, making All-Star teams in 2006, 2007, and 2007-2008. In 2010, the Canadian star looked to be seeing his life get even better as he and Amaria were expecting a son. However, on the day that his son was born, Nash announced that he and Amaria were separating. It later came out that both her and Nash were accused of infidelity. Nash was Canadian singer Nelly Furtado, and Amaria with Nash's son teammate Jason Richardson.
So in this case, Jason Richardson was the Pookie. Yo, man. But still, at the same time, they were both doing it. But I wonder who did it first, though. I wonder did he get wind that, oh shit, she really cheating with my guy, or did he do it first and she's like, oh okay, I got something for him. I don't know.
Nash was now a single man. Whether it was from the trauma of this situation, his age, or both, Nash's career went downhill after 2010. He saw his scoring numbers drop, although he would make one more All-Star appearance in the 2011-2012 season. By 2014, he was out of basketball, having been saddled with a significant number of injuries near the end of his career. Chris Humphries. Chris Humphries came into the NBA as the 14th overall selection in the 2004 NBA draft by the Utah Jazz. He didn't play too much early in his career, but he ended up becoming a starting caliber player with the New Jersey Nets in the 2010, 2011, and 2011-2012 seasons. He was a solid rebounder and a decent scorer, and he looked like he might have been able to carve out an even bigger role in the NBA. But off-court issues began to add up for the young big man. Humphries met Kim Kardashian in 2010, and
That was the biggest mistake of his life. You should never do that, man. You know what time it is, man. Stay away from them. I don't know what it is about them that makes these people want to go near them. Okay? That it's just I'm just gonna be honest, yeah. Just stay away.
embarked on a whirlwind romance. Surrounded by a haze of media attention, they ended up getting married less than a year later. This marriage was shown on the television channel E in a two-part special and attracted a huge amount of media attention to both Humphries and the Kardashians.
And the thing is, probably in this wedding, she wanted the media attention and he was just along with the ride because he didn't know any better.
Everything seemed like a fairy tale romance until only 72 days later. That is when Kardashian decided to file for divorce. It came out that the marriage itself may have been a fraud, as media outlets suggested that the marriage was a stunt by the Kardashian family to draw attention to themselves and their media brands. After a long
Wow. And that's the crazy thing about it too, is that like because they don't have any talents, they really don't have any other talents but opening their legs. You know, the Kardashians, because they don't have any other talents, they feel the need that, oh, maybe this is going to spice things up, right? It's sad but true.
protracted legal fight, Humphries and Kardashian reached a settlement, but Humphries' basketball career was never the
Oh,
same.
it's a wrap.
After the debacle, Humphries' mental health suffered, and he
Damn.
bounced from team to team as a rotational big man. By 2017, he
Damn. So she affected his mental. That's the crazy thing about it. She affected that guy's mental. That's not good, man.
Want to know how to get free cell phone service? Here's how. Q-Link Wireless is a government program giving you unlimited
17, he was out of basketball at only 31 years old, having struggled to form a home for himself on any sort of productive NBA team. Chandler Parsons. Chandler Parsons entered the NBA as a second-round draft pick, being picked by the Houston Rockets with the 38th overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft. As a second-round pick, he had more difficult route than most towards getting playing time and a big NBA contract. However, Parsons lived up to the billing and did a great job in learning how to best embrace his game. Parsons made the NBA All-Rookie second team with the Rockets, starting 57 games and being an effective two-way player on the wing. Parsons became a full-time player at the shooting guard position in his next 2 seasons with the Rockets and rounded out his game with the effective long-range shooting and playmaking. In his best season with Houston, he averaged 16.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game.
He was balling.
Chandler Parsons and Kendall Jenner of Kardashian fame started dating in 2014.
Damn. Him too. Godly. Man, when do these guys learn though? When do they learn?
When Kendall was just 18 years old and Parsons was 25. The two only had a short romance, but it made headlines during the short time that they were together. Between the media attention that comes with dating a Kardashian and the fact that Parsons had just signed with the Dallas Mavericks during free agency, it's fair to say that this may have been a difficult time for Parsons to balance, and ultimately the two separated. However, they did remain friends, and Parsons was seen with Jenner throughout the next several years. After his relationship with Jenner, Parsons' career began to fall off. Whether it was moving out of Houston or the extra attention and tension of becoming part of the Kardashian circle, his scoring numbers and playmaking numbers fell way off. By 2017, he was primarily a role player with the Memphis Grizzlies, and by 2020, he was already out of basketball.
Dang.
Would you call that the Kardashian curse?
Hell yeah.
Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson was drafted 4th overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2011 NBA draft and was expected to quickly return the team back to top form. He started off strong, establishing himself as an effective inside rebounder. In addition, he learned to be an efficient inside scorer. He was a key piece of the Cavs' 2016 NBA championship team as a key rebounder for them. However, it was around this time that the wheels began to come off the bus. Thompson is another player who has fallen under the spell of the Kardashians. In this case,
You know, I want to say this, and I've been like saying this over and over again. That shit is real. That Kardashian curse is real. I don't know if they're witches or not, but what I do know is that as a guy, you should not be near them. Okay. And especially as a black man, you should not go near them. All right. I don't care. Like, listen, bro. And this is from dealing with them here. Armenians are some of the most snobbish, stuck up people you will meet. Okay. Leave them alone. Let them be to their own devices. Okay. Period.
Was Khloe Kardashian. Thompson met the reality star in 2016, and he was quickly a part of the family's inner circle and received all of the attention that came along with it. Things got off to a bit of a rocky start as Thompson's ex-girlfriend, Jordan Craig, gave birth to Thompson's child in December of 2016.
City boys up. And it's still going through it though. The the marriage thing is still going on, believe it or not. They're still going through problems, believe it or not.
But Tristan and Khloe stayed together long enough to have a child of their own in April of 2018. However, things got even rockier for the couple after it was revealed that Thompson cheated during the pregnancy, and eventually the couple would split. Since then, Khloe and Tristan have bounced.
So the thing is like, I want to say something too. It's unfortunate that some of these guys, they date these Kardashians too, to like further their notoriety. And it's sad that you have to understand that these Kardashians look at black men as a piece of like in essence they just look at them as niggas, so to say. You know, they don't look at them as, you know, they don't look at them as, you know, partners. That's the thing. And why would you even want like a Kardashian? I mean, all of them have mileage. That's the whole thing. You know, they all have been on the highway more than one time. So just understand that.
In and out of their relationship with several different cheating scandals and another child with another woman for Tristan. The relationship is the source of unending media attention for both and has led to Thompson being booed and harassed both on and off the court. As
You see how that happens? Your woman has an effect on on your overall. So you should always make sure that your overall is going to be conducive to what you have going on. Period.
previously mentioned, Thompson has become strongly disliked by many players and fans due to his terrible behavior throughout their relationship. In basketball terms, Thompson has bounced around to other teams, including the Boston Celtics and the Sacramento Kings, but has struggled to regain his form from the 2016 season, or should we call it the pre-Kardashian era. Lamar Odom. Perhaps the most tragic story of them all is that of
He should have, you know, if I was Lamar Odom, I would have stayed with his baby mama, you know, because I've actually met Lamar Odom when he was going through his thing. When he was going through his, like, whole thing, I actually met him, and you can just tell this man was drained. You can just tell that this man was done. You know, you can really tell that this man really just, he just had it. You can just tell, bro. I'm telling you, it was real bad, man. I'm just letting you know.
Lamar Odom. Odom was the fourth overall pick of the Los Angeles Clippers in the 1999 NBA draft. He quickly became a quality player for the Clippers, being named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. In later years, he was an effective scorer and rebounder, mostly staring at the power forward position, but also coming off the bench at times. After his time with the Clippers, Odom also played with the Miami Heat and later with the Los Angeles Lakers, with whom he won 2 straight NBA championships in 2009 and 2010, and later an NBA Sixth Man of the Year award in 2011. In addition, he was known as a positive presence and a popular player amongst the rest of his teammates and fans. In 2009, Odom started dating Khloe Kardashian. Yes, the same woman.
Big mistake. I mean, many people will say, especially women who come to me in the comment section, many women will say that I hate women and stuff like that, and that like I'm just a misogynist, and that I have toxic masculinity and stuff like that. But hey, if you guys show your ass, like, why are you getting mad at me, like helping you show your ass? You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? These are things that you're doing. You know, these are things that you're actually doing yourself. Like, maybe instead of having that anger directed at me, maybe you should tell women to stop doing what they're doing. You know, then maybe the balance will be restored. But until then, hey, it is what it is.
That Thompson was later involved with, and the pair married after only 1 month of dating. Odom quickly
Damn.
became a fixture on the reality series Keeping Up with the Kardashians and became an even bigger star on top of his already strong basketball career. Between the family's namesake show and the spin-off Chloe and Lamar, the stress began to take a toll on Odom. In 2013, he was arrested for a DUI, and amid a great deal of other drug-related rumors.
So, what happened is this woman drove him to drink, unfortunately. I wonder what she was doing to him.
The pair filed for divorce in December of 2013. With the divorce in process, Odom spiraled deeper into his problems, eventually being found unconscious in a Nevada brothel in October of 2015. He later admitted that he was abusing cocaine, which contributed to his health issues. Ultimately, he suffered kidney failure, heart attacks, and strokes during this health episode. In the resulting health crisis, Chloe supported Odom and helped him through it, but ultimately the two would part ways in 2016. Odom hadn't played basketball since 2013, but this health episode showed that his issues may have been a contributing factor to the end of his basketball career. Lamar himself said that his issues with drugs, both marijuana and cocaine, had made the end of his basketball career come along a little faster. While the issues with drugs may have come about independent of the relationship with Khloe Kardashian, it is safe to say that the stress of being involved with this type of public life may have contributed to Odom's overall career decline.
That's a
What
fact.
do you think about these NBA players who were affected by negative relationships with wives and girlfriends? Is there anyone that we may have missed? And who do you think in the NBA is currently at risk of falling under the same negative career influence?
The guy from Phoenix Suns, although he's playing well right now, he needs to leave her ASAP. He needs to leave that Kardashian ASAP. Let me see. Here's an example of a woman that you want in your corner. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, this is an example of like the woman that you want in your corner when you're coming up, okay? Believe it or not, Samuel Eto's wife, Georgette Eto, the thing is that he actually, you know, she was actually there when he was coming up and when he was struggling. You know what I mean? She was there because she saw the potential, you know? Let me see what this video has. Okay, that video doesn't do it justice. But yeah, Georgette Eto was there, uh, you know, when he was first coming up. Let me see this story. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, you know, this is the type of woman that inshallah Allah will bless me with. From going to many boxing gyms and from getting the work that I've been getting, because right now I'm out of town, and I've been getting work at this Benavides boxing gym, and they say that, you know, my trajectory is just looking high, and that my trajectory is just going to increase more and more. But you always keep on working. You never listen to people. You always have to find it within yourself to keep on working, no matter what people say. But this is an example of like a love that you want if you are an athlete. And this is his wife, so this is not simping. Okay, this is just his wife. Okay, his wife is Ivorian, I believe. So again, you see I always encourage this. I always encourage, like, hey, you know, us West Africans, we should just like be amongst each other, you know, and for another part amongst the Caribbeans too. You know, I have a friend. She's Grenadian and Gambian. You know what I mean? I have another friend, Haitian Nigerian. I have another friend, Haitian Senegalese. This should be normal. You know, we should just do this more often. But here's what it says. You know, and I'm just gonna read this part and end this commentary. We'll never ever will never have been here without you. I love you. And that's a pretty strong statement from Samuel Eto'o, you know? This is a very strong statement. He also says, "Yes, we made it on top. We made it to the top together, me and more." And for those of you guys who don't know, Samuel Eto'o at one time was the highest paid soccer player ever. You also have to understand that Samuel Eto'o, you know, he has a fleet of cars. He has like businesses. He's a sports ambassador. So he's doing the damn thing. Okay. And so, yeah. But you see his wife, though. You know, you see the caliber of wife he had. And this is telling. And I will say that probably like 99.9% of women will not do this. 99%. There's a small 0.1% of women who will do this, because for the most part, unfortunately, the Wicked Witch of the West, her ideologies are spreading everywhere. And unfortunately, you have people, you know, who want to be Kardashians. They want to aspire to Kardashians. But this is what was said. Georgette has supported Eto'o from the early days of his football career, when he virtually had nothing till date. From proceeds of her hair salon She got him his first ever car while in France. Let that be a lesson that when a woman really believes you and a woman stands behind you, she is going to do things for you. If you are moving in that direction, if she sees you're moving in that direction, she's going to do things for you. She's going to really take care of you. And let it be known as well that I'm gonna be honest with you. She sees the bigger picture. She sees the vision. Meaning that she sees the lifestyle that is to come. Now, Georgette, they're going to be in Maybachs. They're in Maybachs, Phantoms, Bugattis. All because Samuel Eto'o is not only an indomitable lion from Cameroon, but also he has the lion's share of the money from his footballing and his many investments. With that being said, guys, that's all I got for now. This is why me living in the West, will not get married to a Western woman, will not get married to a Belejo woman, will not get married to a Denejo woman, will not get married to an African, Caribbean, or Latin woman who is influenced by the Kardashian and the Western woman ideology. Obviously, Georgette, as you see, was not influenced by that ideology. And she held it down for her man, Samuel Eto'o. With that being said, guys, leave your thoughts and leave your comments. And I'll be on for the next one. Fuller signing out. Mjarama.